Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video going over the full drop list for week 4 of this season. Now there have been a couple of changes to this drop list, and I've actually waited a solid like 7 hours just in case anything is updated or changed, or if any mock-ups are added, so that I don't get anything wrong or don't have anything out of time. So if anything changes between now and Thursday, it's out of my power, and yeah, I've waited a sort of amount of time that I would have thought would be the best to wait. So without further ado, let's just go straight into this drop list, and yeah, let's just go through it. Okay, so to kick off with the number 1 item for this week, which actually has like the least dislikes that I've ever seen on an item, except for like a box logo, whereas I still actually think that a box logo wouldn't have had this amount of dislikes. It only has 42 dislikes, which is insane. So the item is the director's chair with an estimated retail, or people are guessing an estimated retail of about $160 or so, but we'll just have to wait and see what the actual price is, because I've seen estimations varying from like £100 to £200 or $100 to $200 all the way up to like $400 and $500. So we will have to see what the price is on that, and I will possibly be going for it depending on its price, because it is just a cool item. My brother had the previous chair that they had, the little fold out open or foldable chair, and I thought that was quite cool, but I think a director's chair would just look a lot better, and yeah, I just do like the piece. Next up we have the City Arc tee. The only thing that put me off about this piece was the fact that it's a tee, not a t-shirt. So in the sense that its price is probably going to be £68 or around that sort of mark. I do actually really like the graphic on the front of this piece. The only annoying side is that it is going to be more expensive, and the graphic is also embroidered. So for me personally, that just makes it a bit more irritating, the fact that it's embroidered. It's everything that I like, and it's just going to be a stupid price just down to the fact that it is a tee, not a t-shirt. So it's almost like a football top sort of price. Following that we have the Supreme Nike or Nike Air Tailwind 4. I did not make a video about this yesterday, just down to the fact that personally I was in the process of recording it. You know, I just finished recording, I was going to start the editing and everything, and then I thought that I was extremely boring, so I just didn't release the video. So personally for me with these, they look a lot better than the mock-ups that we'd seen a couple of months ago, but still I'm not going to be going for them. I thought at first that I wouldn't like the black colourway, I'd prefer the sort of white and red colourway. However, I think that the black actually looks a tiny bit better overall, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say. However, they do have 6,400 dislikes. I don't know whether or not people actually do like them or not. Moving on, we have the zip pouch hooded sweatshirt. Personally, this piece is actually okay. I don't really get the point of having a zip pouch on a hoodie, but still, I do actually like the little logo that they've got at the front. But apart from that, it is going to be the standard, I think 158 or 148 pounds, maybe 138. But yeah, apart from that, I think that just basically either the grey or the white colourway look quite nice in it. The other colourways are also nice, but personally those are my 2 favourites. We then have a Gore-Tex hooded Harrington jacket. I'm not really much of a Harrington jacket person or like a fan of them. However, I do like the multicolored version in this piece, and the inside where it just says Supreme all over, I am actually quite a fan of. Apart from that, nothing else really stands out for it for me personally. And yeah, let's just move on to the next piece, which is a dipped crew neck. I never really understand the pieces that are like this. I do like the embroidered logo because it's the classic Supreme logo, or just the classic Supreme text, you know, logo. However, I just don't get the whole dipped theme. They try and do this across quite a couple of pieces, and I never really can mesh with it too well. So as of that, I'm just going to move on to the next piece, which is going to be a Playboy crew jacket. This piece is actually not as bad as I thought when I had seen it in the preview. However, it's still not obviously amazing. I do think that this sort of grey or like ash grey sort of colour to it is actually quite nice with it. But overall, it isn't anything special for a Playboy collab or Playboy piece. And yeah, I don't know whether or not people are going to be massively going for this or not, but it is a nice piece nevertheless. Following that, we have the Tailwinds boucle running hat, or the Nike Tailwind boucle running hat. Personally, I think that the red colourway in the hat is a lot better, but the black colourway in the shoes. But yeah, for me, I'm just going to skip this hat. Following that, we have the diamond plate bandana. I'm just going to move ahead because it's got over 1,000 more dislikes than its likes. We then have the printed stripe peak long sleeve top. I don't really know where they were going with this piece. The green and like red colour is just extremely vibrant. The other colourways aren't so bad. I think that the black colourway with the white actually looks quite nice, but apart from that, it doesn't really do anything for me, so I'm just going to move ahead. And we have another Guadalupe piece, which is going to be the short sleeve shirt. I thought this was meant to release last week actually, but I'm guessing it didn't drop last week, then it's going to be releasing this week instead, and it's nearing the bottom of the list currently. So now we have a couple of pieces from a collaboration which is Gilbert and George. Gilbert and George are two artists, is the best way to summarize them. They have been creating artworks for over 50 years. The basic summary that I can pretty much put out there is that they're two artists who collaborated together, or have been collaborating together, and as of that they're called Gilbert and George, or like a duo called Gilbert and George. The summary that I remember seeing, or the little quote that I remember seeing, was that their art is filth, fury, and in-your-face art. So what I'll do when I'm editing is that I will go and look up some of the pieces and add them in, or I'll look up now and search up some of the pieces that are going to relate to what they're releasing, because we're meant to have a Gilbert and George life tee, a death tee, a life skateboard, a death skateboard, a death after life long sleeve tee, a death after life skateboard, a death hooded sweatshirt, and a life hooded sweatshirt as well. If the pieces are the pieces that I am looking at currently online, the basic contrast that I can give you is that the life piece is a bit more vibrant, and overall the contrast for the death piece is that it's almost got a use of like red for like fire. I guess you could say quote unquote hell, you could put it to, but that is the difference between the two of them. And the death after life piece is basically like I'd just say a mix between the two pieces, with some hands and feet and things like that included on it, as well as a lot of people, and they are all in different colours, where the main theme is yellow for this piece. But overall those pieces are to be announced, so we will see how they look and see how people then react to them at that point in time, because currently they've all got quite a couple of likes, or not a ton, but in comparison to their dislikes, the likes are quite decent. However, I could probably see that going in the opposite direction if people aren't fans of the pieces. So moving on to the final 5 items, we have a piece that I am just not a fan of, which is the reversible faux suede leopard coat. At first when I saw this piece in the preview, I was thinking it was quite okay. However, after I realised that they weren't changing the colour of the leopard, they were just leaving it the same theme throughout all of the colours, it just completely ruined it. And for me, it's just not a great piece in any way. Following that, we have the worldwide visor camp cap. I believe all around the edge it just says all of the stores, or where the stores are, like these cities that they're in. Personally, it doesn't really do anything for me. I think that the denim colorway is actually quite nice, and the black colorway as well possibly, but I think the denim is a bit better, but I don't think I'll be going for that. For the last 3 pieces, they just have terrible likes, so let's just go through them. We have the ARC logo chino pant. Pants never really go down too well because there isn't really a massive amount of effort in them, and the same applies with this. It's literally just a small ARC logo embroidered, and that's that. We then have the pinstripe half zip polo. This is a piece that, yikes, geez, yeah, a half zip polo is, why? Yeah, I don't know what to say about that piece, so I'm going to move ahead. And for the last piece, we have the Love Each Other 6 panel. Again, a piece that isn't really for me, so I won't be going for that. If I was to give my opinion about the Gilbert and George pieces though, personally, it's not really my sort of style for art, because it's just not what I've really been into as far as art goes. However, they have released it on a couple of things that I think have been quite cool, like they've released the Death After Life on a fan, which I think makes the piece look a lot better for me personally, and I would appreciate it a lot more like that. But I'm sure everybody will have a different reaction to it and a different feeling for it. Overall, I can see what they're trying to go for with the different colours to represent the different sides to it, but I don't know whether or not the reaction to it from people in general in the Supreme community would be good or bad. We'll just have to wait and see as to how people react to it in the end. So that is going to cover this video. If you enjoyed it, that'd be much appreciated. Other than that, comment down below what you'll be going for this week. Personally, I will probably try for the director's chair, and then I will look at how the Gilbert and George pieces turn out, or how they end up looking. And yeah, apart from that, I will see you on Thursday for the live cop, and then also after the live cop I'll probably just unbox my week 3 item, because that is set to arrive tomorrow. So yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Like I said, if you've got any opinions about the pieces, or about the more so the collaboration with the artists, comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you on Thursday for a live cop. Peace.